Hello everybody, welcome to the episode 3 of the Maya Crash Course, and we're going to be looking at modelling tools. Okay, so I've got about 7 tools, important tools to show you, so I don't want to take too long, but I think it's quite fundamental that you sort of understand these from the start. So first of all, we're going to look at Insert Edge Loop. So if we go up to the Mesh Tools, you can find Insert Edge Loop right here. And I'll show you exactly what this tool does. So if I just import a cube, if I want to sort of create nice loops around my cube, this tool is perfect for it. So if we select that, we can start clicking and adding various loops around our cube. If you click and hold, then you can see where you want to position it before you release. So if I say, yeah, that'll do, release, marvellous. And then the same on the top, so it can go here. And then let's do the same on this side. So there we go, and instantly you can start creating, various subdivision shapes on your mesh, but still retaining your original shape. And that leads me to the next tool, which is the Extrude Tool. Very important once again. If you click on a face and click Extrude, what we can do is we can lift that up, and it literally extrudes the faces out. And then again, you can actually use these tools on the edges. So you've got the move tools here, and then these little cubes are the scale tools. So you can literally grab these, size them in, and create any sort of divisions you want. So that's cool, that's the extrude. You don't have to extrude out, you can also extrude in. So let's do that on this one. And then let's scale it a little bit just to create a bit of difference. So yeah, that's quite important to know. Either say extrude or intrude, but it does the same thing. And then beveling, so that's another thing which I use a lot. So if we grab each 4 of these faces here, so by holding shift we can click each one. If I click the bevel tool, then what it does is it creates sort of this shape, but we want a more rounded edge, and by doing that we need to add more loops into these areas, and by doing that we can just go onto the segments, click, and we can drag. So 5 will do, and if I come out of this now, you'll see they've got this more rounded edge, and that's what the bevel tool does. And that only sort of is used on edge tools. You can use it on face, however sometimes it gets a bit funny. For a face like this you can bevel, that's not a problem, but if you start doing a bevel face here, doesn't like it. Okay, so it has to be sort of a shape which is quite open, nothing that's on the edge of something. So that's something to bear in mind. The bridge tool, basically, if we have any holes in our model, for example, just delete these, something like this, the bridge tool can help us connect that up. So we can just click one side and then click the opposite side. Oops. Yep, so the top and the bottom. If we click the bridge, which is down here on the modeling toolkit, then that closes it up for us. Sorry about the Facebook messages, guys. So yeah, that's cool. That's all done. Combine, that's an important one. The combine's used to, it's quite self-explanatory, combine 2 objects together. So if I create another, actually I won't use that, I'll use a cylinder just because it's a different shape. What I'll do is I'll move that over here. If we want to combine these into one mesh, just select both of them and then go to combine or edit mesh. Is it mesh combine, sorry, not edit mesh, mesh combine, and then basically what we can do is we can click that and move all of them now. It doesn't match the vertices, but it just says that shape and that shape are now one. So that's important to know. And then if they're not connected by vertices, by say you've made a mistake and you think, oh, I don't want that anymore, just click separate, and then that identifies that as a whole object, that is a whole object, split. So if you do make that mistake, no biggie, you can just easily fix that. So that's the combine tool. Target weld is an important one, especially for optimization of polygons. So we'll be running into this as well. So for example, this is way too many faces. We've got 180 tries just on this cube. We don't need all of these different loops and whatnot, but what we can do is we can grab our target weld tool, and what it does is it welds the vertices together. So I can click, hold and drag, and we can start optimizing welds. So if I just do this for a few of them, on one side, I'm now down to 160 tries. Now in terms of, say, game development, polygons, you sort of need to be careful with them. You don't want to add too much detail because your game engine won't be able to run it. Admittedly, polygons aren't a massive issue nowadays, it's more textures. However, it's a good practice to have. So that's what Target Weld does, and you can start cleaning up your models quite neatly. So that's that tool done. And then the last one we'll focus on is the multi-cut tool, and that basically gives you freedom of what you want to cut. So I can click there, to that, to here. If you hold shift, then these black dots instantly snap halfway between that edge. So I can do half and half. And then if I do this now, click here, and I want to get a straight line, holding shift won't do that. Holding control and shift, it'll give you this green dotted line, and then that will keep it, I can't remember the word for that now. But it keeps it at a right angle basically. Is it a tangent? I can't remember, sorry guys. But what we can do is click and hold that and then click. So then that's given us another straight line. And then when you're done, click enter, and then that accepts it. Yeah, so that's how you can start cutting in different shapes on your mesh. And then, like I said, you can use the Extrude Tool. You can then bevel it, and then you can extrude it a bit more. Oops. Yeah, and then that's how you can create some really fancy shapes, but that all comes with practice anyway. And we're going to be doing a few case studies on those in a few extra tutorials times. So I hope you like this, guys. The next tutorial will be looking at booleans, and that's another nice method for modelling. So please like and comment, and I'll see you next video. See you later, guys.